Everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a level 2-3 Pilates strength-ish sort of class. We're using a foam roller, long foam roller foam. You don't necessarily want something squishy because it's going to be hard to stand on. And then I just have the weights that were available to me at my mom's house. So I have a heavier set of weights and a light set of weights. You grab whatever you've got at home. You could do this body weight. It's not quite the same, but you definitely could do everything, just ignoring what I'm saying to do with the weights. If this is your first class with me, I apologize. I'm a hot mess today. My words are all over the place and I'm just super discombobulated. The class goes well, but I'm just a little bit of a mess with some of my instructions. So I do apologize, but we get there in the end. If you do enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend, and remember that I'm human and I make mistakes as well. And click that like and subscribe button. We are going to get started today in a tabletop position with our hands on the roller. If you've got wrist issues or you know you need to warm up through your wrist, do that first and then I will meet you there. Starting in a tabletop position with your hands on your roller, tuck your toes under, take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to press into the roller, lift your knees to hover, and then inhale, tap them down. Exhale, lift the knees to hover. Inhale, tap them down. So use this time to figure out what the most comfortable position for your wrists is here. You might have to roll yourself forward a little bit, roll yourself backwards a little bit. Spread your fingers a little wider. Find what feels the best for you. The next time you lift your knees, we're going to hold. As you inhale, step the left leg back to plank, the right leg back to plank. Bring the left knee back into your bear, right knee back in. Right foot back, left foot back, right foot forward, left foot forward. Keep alternating just like this. You're going to lead with each leg 4 more times. So 4 more times with the right leg, 4 more times with the left leg. Totally got lost in my thoughts. I think this is our last one. And then drop your knees down towards the floor. From here, we're going to come into a puppy pose. So keep your hips above your knees. You're just going to roll that roller forward. Let your chest drop down between your arms. And then as you exhale, think about tucking and rolling up the length of the spine as the roller comes towards you. Come up onto your fingertips. And then as you inhale, you're going to send that roller back away from you. Trying to keep the hips above the knees as much as you can. And then as you exhale, tuck around, hips stay above the knees, engage your hamstrings, roll yourself up. So you might have to mess around with the position of the roller. It's obviously going to move, so just adjust it as you need to. We're going to do 3 more of these. And this time you're going to roll it all the way in. Let the roller find the bottom of your thighs. Take an inhale. Keep that tuck in your pelvis and you're round in your spine. And as you exhale, you're going to uncoil yourself, rolling that roller up the front of your legs until you stack your spine all the way to the top. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to reverse. So tuck the chin to the chest. Imagine that I'm kind of just poking along the front line of your body and you're rounding, rolling that roller down your legs. Take an inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll it all the way back up. So you're not hinging here so much of the hips. Your hips will come back a little bit, but it's not like a deadlift. You're not sending your hips back. You're trying to keep your hips above your knees as much as you can and really round out through the spine. I'm going to take 3 more. Last one. Come all the way up to standing on your shins. You're going to place the roller so that it's parallel with the long end of your mat. If you've done my classes before, you have certainly done this with me. Right shin is going to come to the roller. You can tuck your toes on the floor behind you if you need to. You're going to bring one weight into your left hand. Start with your heavier weight. We're going to start with rows and then we'll go for flies. Your left leg is going to tuck behind you like a plank leg. I said weight in your left hand. I meant in your right hand. If you do it in your left hand, this is going to be a very interesting exercise. Take an inhale here. We're going to start with just the leg. As you exhale, you're going to float your left leg up behind you and then inhale, tap it down. Exhale, float the left leg up behind you. Inhale, tap it down. We're going to go 3 more before we add on. Try and make sure that you're not just sinking over into that right hip. On your next one, you're going to hold that left leg up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to row with that right arm. Inhale, tap the arm and the leg down. Exhale, lift the leg, row the arm. Inhale, tap it down. If you need to separate the two, you can certainly separate them. We're going for 8 more here. On your next one, you'll hold, take an inhale, keep the leg. As you exhale, you're going to straighten your right elbow, kick back. Inhale to bend, set everything down. Exhale to row. Inhale to kick back. Exhale to bend. Inhale, set it down. We're going to go for 8 more like this. One more. From here, you're going to keep the weight in the right hand, but you're going to step the left leg forward like a proposal position. And we're going to come all the way up to standing, half kneeling on that. So right shin, oh my God, Taz, get your words. You're in a half kneeling position. Your right shin is on the roller. Your left leg is out in front of you. My goodness. Bend your right elbow. Your palm faces the midline. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to open that right arm out to the side like a cactus. Give me 1 press. Inhale to bring it back down and then back towards the midline. Elbow does not drop below shoulder height. Exhale it wide and then press. Take your whole inhale to bring it back down and into the midline. Exhale, wide cactus to press. Inhale, bring it back to the cactus and then back towards the midline. You've got 7 more. If you want to make this harder, come up onto the tippy toes of that front leg. So our last one here. You're going to bring that right hand down. The roller here is just going to be a reference. We're shifting weight into the left leg. Get really light on the right leg. Take an exhale. You're going to lift up. Woo! Come all the way to standing on that left leg. And then as you inhale, you're going to bring it back down. See if you can just tap that shin to the roller. And then exhale, come all the way to stand. Inhale, tap the shin to the roller. A goal might be to try and keep that roller as still as you can when you tap that shin down. We've got 7 more here. So the roller is actually helping us a little bit with this movement. If you've done some of my other classes where we do our shrimp squats, and we're trying to bring our shin all the way to the floor, the roller is bringing the floor to us. So you're welcome. I think we've got 5 more. I'm being bitten by mosquitoes. Last one. Ooh, wobbly. All right, we're going to bring it all the way back down. Right shin comes all the way to the roller. Right hand is going to find the floor. Left leg is going to come back into that you're back in your hovering tabletop. My God, I'm doing so badly today, guys. I'm sorry. Take an inhale. You're going to grab your weight. You might need to transition to a lighter weight. As you exhale, this time your palm is going to face down. You're going to reach it out in front of you, so more like a traditional bird dog. As you inhale, you're going to bring left knee, right hand towards each other. Exhale, reach arm and leg long away from each other. Inhale, bring them back towards each other. We've got 8 more. All right, this last one we're going to hold. Keep your right arm where it is. Take an inhale. As you exhale, float your left leg to the left as far as you can without shifting through your pelvis. And then inhale it back to center. Exhale, float left. Inhale to center. We've got 8 more. You lower that right arm anytime you need to. One more. And then slowly float it all down. We're going to come through center before we come to the other side. You don't have to change your orientation. You're just going to turn to face your roller so that both Your body is facing your roller. Both knees are coming to the roller. I'm doing so bad with my words today, guys. I am really sorry. You're going to grab both of your weights. Your toes are tucked on the floor behind you. We're going to come into a kneeling deadlift. If you want to make this harder, the tops of your feet are to the floor, so you don't have so much support. So as you inhale, your hips go back behind you. You're hinging forward. See if you can tap the weights to the floor. And then as you exhale, squeeze your hamstrings, squeeze your glutes, tuck your pelvis back underneath your shoulders. As you inhale, you're staying nice and broad through the chest, sending those hips back. And then as you exhale, come forward. So imagine that you've got a bar kind of where your hip creases are, and you're trying to fold over it without rounding out through your spine. It's not that rounding out through your spine is inherently bad. It's just not what we're aiming for here. We've got 7 more. One more here. You're going to keep this kneeling position on the roller. Maybe now you tuck under your toes. We're going to take an alternating front raise. So as you exhale, your palm is going to face down. You're going to raise that right arm out in front of you. And then inhale it down. Exhale, left arm out in front of you. Inhale it down. The closer your legs are towards each other, likely the harder this is going to be because your base of support is narrower. If you want to make this really hard for yourself, you can try floating one or both of your feet off the floor entirely. We're going for 10 on each side, so we've got 7 more. One more each side. And bring it down. We're going to come over to the other side. So turn yourself back so that you're facing the top of your mat. This time your left shin will come to the roller. The weight will come into your left hand. I'm popping a weight underneath my right hand as well, just because I have short little arms and it makes my life a little bit easier. We'll start with just the leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to float that right leg up behind you. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, float the right leg. Inhale, tap it down. 3 more like this, and then we'll add. You'll lift that right leg up. Just for the first one, hold the right leg. Then bring in your row, tap it down, and now we go together. As you exhale, lift the leg, row the arm, inhale, tap it down. You've got 8 more. Tap it down, bring it up. This time you'll hold the row, keep the leg lifted. Exhale, kick back. Inhale it in, tap it down. Row, kick back, bring it in, tap it down. Find a breath pattern that works here for you. Try and match it to your movements. 7 more. Last one. Bring it down. From here, keep the weight in your left hand. Do not kick your other weight. Shit, that really hurt. Step your right foot forward. I'm a hot fucking mess today. Bring yourself up into a half kneeling position. Bring your left arm up. Your palm faces the midline. Shoulder is at 90. Elbow is at 90. Take your whole exhale to open out into that wide cactus and then give me a wide press. Whole inhale brings you back through that cactus and then back to that midline position. Try and keep the elbow shoulder height the whole time. We're going for 10, so you've got 8 more. Remember, you can come up onto the tippy toes of that front leg to make your life harder if you like. Last one here. Beautiful. Bring that left arm down. We're coming into those shrimp squats. Shift your weight into your right leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come all the way up to standing. And then as you inhale, you're just going to tap your left shin back to the roller. Exhale, bring it up to stand. Inhale, tap that left shin to the roller. So pause at the bottom. You're not really putting that much weight in through that left leg, but I really want you to hit the bottom of the shape and then really power out of it back to the top. We've got 6 more. And then you'll come all the way down, set your left shin back onto the roller. We're coming back into our bird dog shape. I'm taking a lighter weight, but you can stick with the same one if you have appropriate weights. Back into your left hand, right leg is going to float up. Your left arm is going to reach forward, palm faces the ground. As you exhale, bring the right knee, left arm towards each other. And then inhale, reach it long, bird dog. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, reach them apart. 8 more here. On your last one, hold it long. Left arm stays where it is. Exhale, float the right leg right. Inhale to midline. Exhale, float right. Inhale to midline. 8 more. And then bring it down. We're going to change so that we're facing the long end of the roller again. So you can keep the roller where it is, just change your position on the mat. And we're going to take both of our weights again. What the heck was that? So, coming back into that kneeling position on the roller like we did with our deadlifts. This time we're going to take roll down. So just like we did with the roller at the start of class, except now we're going to do it with our weights and we're kneeling on the roller. If you have the ability to go lower than the depth of your knees, that's what the roller is there for. It's to add height. So take a nice deep inhale. Excuse me. As you exhale, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest. I'm watching my mom's dog watching me. It's very funny. And you're going to roll all the way down. So this time you're trying to keep your hips above your knees. You're tucking, rounding, seeing if you can tap those weights to the mat. Take an inhale at the bottom and then exhale. Let those shoulders relax. Drive through your hamstrings. Tuck your pelvis underneath you. Roll all the way up to the top. You can certainly ditch the roller if you need to for this. Inhale to the top, exhale, roll it down. So imagining this time that there's a wall behind you. So that bar is still in front of you, but this time you're trying not to touch it. You're trying to hollow out over it. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll yourself back up. We're going to go for 8 more of these, nice and slow. He's just lying on the floor staring at me like, please let me out. I'm not going to let you out because then you're just going to want to go back inside again immediately. You're like a cat. I think we've got 2 more. Beautiful. We're going to stay at the top. You could stick with the front raises that we did before. Otherwise, we're going to take alternating lateral raises. So take an inhale. As you exhale, that right arm's going to come pretty much straight out to the side, a little bit forward if you need to for your shoulder. Inhale, slow, control it down. Exhale, slow on the way up. Pause. Inhale on the way down. So we're not flinging our limbs and dropping them through space. We're moving with intention, pausing, and then coming down. Moving with intention, pausing, and then slow coming down. We've got 8 more on each side. I did my barbell clean and press kind of work today, and my forearms are sore. One more each side. And then bring it back down. We're going to bring those weights back to the top of the mat, and we're going to change the orientation of the roller. Well, you don't have to. I'm going to, so that I can step back onto my mat. But we're going to be standing on the roller long ways. So my roller is aligned with the short edge of my mat. And then I'm going to come and stand with my weights in my hands, with my arches on the long bit of the roller. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to attempt to stand on my roller and clearly fail multiple times. That's okay. Alrighty, we're going to come into our squats. So bring your feet as wide as you like to for your squats. You could keep your weights down by your sides. I'm going to bring mine up to my shoulders. Everybody's going to end up with their weights there eventually. We're going to start just with our squats. So as you inhale, send your hips back, chest comes forward, bend nice and deep into the knees, and then exhale, press the ground away from you, come to stand. So the roller is going to give you obviously a lot of feedback, but what I want you to see is if you can use that roller as feedback for what's going on with your feet. So a lot of people tend to just roll in through the arches of their feet when they're doing squats. It's not necessarily inherently a bad thing, but it's not going to give you as much power as what you could potentially get out of your squats. So can you see if when you come down to the bottom of your squat and go to stand, if you're just collapsing in through your arch, can you use that roller, the arch of the roller as feedback to see if you can just lift that inner edge of your arch of your foot a little bit away from the roller and see if that gives you a little bit more power to really drive through your legs and your glutes to get you to stand. We're going to go for 6 more here. We're going to stay at the top. The narrower your feet, the harder this will be because the base of support is smaller. We're going to take an alternating narrow shoulder press. So palms are going to face each other. As you exhale, that right arm is going to, take out the ladder ahead of you. Your right arm is going to press up to the sky. And then you inhale, you're going to bring it down. I'm just going to move so that I don't destroy my parents' patio. As you exhale, you're going to press your left arm up towards the sky. I told you guys, hot mess today. Inhale, bring it back down. We're going to take 9 more on each side. One more each side. Beautiful. Okay, from here, we're going to come back into our squats. Our weights are going to come down in between our legs this time, and we're going to come up into a reverse press. So as you inhale, you're going to bend your knees, bring your weights nice and low. Maybe they tap the floor. Exhale, you're going to come and stand. You're going to give me a bicep curl. Keep your palms facing backwards as you press the weights up overhead. Bring them back down, and then squat. Weights come in between your legs. As you exhale, stand, curl, reverse press, and then bring it all the way back down. So you might have enough control over your breath that you can do it all one exhale on your way up and all one inhale on your way down. Otherwise, slow, steady breaths, however you need to do it. We're going for 7 more here. Our last one. And then bring it down. From here, we're going to bring that roller behind us and we're going to come into some lunges. So for this one, the roller is going to move. The top of your right foot is going to come to the roller. As you inhale, you're going to send that roller back behind you, bend nice and deep into the left knee. So my front shin is parallel. My torso is really low to the ground. As you exhale, you're going to give me 1 row. Inhale, let it down. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, slide back into that lunge. Exhale, 1 row. Inhale, let it down. Exhale, press to stand. We've got 8 more. So our last one. Bring it all the way to standing. We're going to come through center to transition. So you're going to lower all the way back down. Just set those weights off to the side. Plant your hands and then bring your left foot back to meet your right on the roller. So you might have to fiddle around with where the roller is on your shins. As you exhale, without moving your upper body, you're going to draw your knees towards your elbows and then inhale, send them away. Exhale, upper body stays still. Bring your knees to your elbows. Inhale, roll it away. We've got 8 more like this. You're going to keep this position. I'm just moving my roller because it's crooked. Now we're going to round the upper body. So take an inhale. Same thing, but this time as you exhale, you're going to think of tucking your nose towards your knees. And then inhale, send it away, come back to the start. Exhale, tuck and round the nose towards the knees. Inhale, bring it away. You've got 8 more. All right, from here we're going to transition to the other side. So now our left leg is going to stay on the roller. Step your right foot forward into a lunge. Reorientate your roller on the mat if you need to. Grab those weights underneath your hands and you're going to come all the way up to stand. We're ready for the second side. So as you inhale, you'll send the roller back behind you, lunge nice and low. As you exhale, 1 row. Inhale, release it. Exhale, press to stand. You've got 9 more. One more. You're going to come all the way back down, set those weights off to the side. This time we're going to come into pikes. So set yourself up in that plank just like you did before. Roller's probably a little bit closer towards the ankles this time. Take an inhale. As you exhale, arms stay as they are. You're going to pike your hips up towards the sky, draw the roller towards the knees. Towards the face, and then inhale and bring it back out. You can stick with what we did before if you need to. Exhale, pike the hips. Inhale, roll it back out. Just 8 more. You might have to readjust the roller as you go. Oopsie. Last one. And then roll it out. From here, just set your knees down to the floor. We're going to come onto our backs. Keep your roller horizontal with the short edge of the mat. My GoPro just stopped for the third time, and so it is on my brain. You're going to bring the weights into your hands. Your feet are on the arch of the roller. Arms nice and wide, setting up for a chest press. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring yourself up into a bridge. Give me a chest press. Lower the arms, lower the hips. Hips up, arms down, hips down. Hips up, arms down, hips down. We're going to do 7 more like this. And we're going to add on. All right, we lift up into that bridge. You're going to raise your arms above your head. You're going to send your feet away from you, any amount. Roll them back in. Keep your hips up. Lower the arms. Raise the arms. Legs go out. Legs come in. Lower the arms. Raise the arms. So the hips stay up the whole time. We've got 7 more here. One more. All right, you're going to lower one weight. It doesn't matter which one. You could keep both weights. Mine are just really uncomfortable to have both of them on my hips at the same time. One weight is going to come towards the left hip, or if you're using both weights, they'll go on both hips. Right leg is going to float into tabletop. Oh, that's a little bit dangerous. As you inhale, hips tap the floor. Exhale, single leg bridge. Inhale it down. Exhale, single leg bridge. No prizes for guessing that we've got 8 more. Keep drawing that roller towards you. Mine is sliding away from me. Last one. Keep those hips up. Shift the weight to the other side. 10 on the right. Whenever you're ready. Last one. Beautiful. And then bring it all the way down. Set your weight off to the side. Last little bit here. We're going to come down to lying on the roller. I'm going to make sure that my weight is not going to fall on my head. So orientate your roller back so that it's parallel with the long end of your mat. And you're going to bring your tail right to the end of one end of the roller. Make sure that when you lay down, your head is going to be on the roller. So take a nice deep inhale, reach the arms forward without the weights, and then as you exhale, you're going to slowly roll yourself all the way down onto the roller. So having just one weight here will actually make this a little bit harder because it's going to mean that you're not balanced on each side and you have to use yourself to counterbalance. So you could either have both weights up to the sky or a little bit harder, just one weight. Weight is in the left hand, right leg is floating into tabletop. I think you know where we're going. As you inhale, you're going to reach the arm and the leg away from each other. And then as you exhale, bring them back towards each other. Inhale, try and keep that roller still as you reach it long. And then exhale, bring it back towards each other. We'll make this a little bit harder. Come up onto the toes of your left foot. Or if you're super advanced, which I cannot do, maybe your left leg is floating off the floor completely. Wherever you are, you got 6 more. You're going to keep that left arm floating. If you had the right weight, you're going to get rid of it. We're going to come into an uneven roll up. So the further behind your head the weight is, the harder this will be. Take an inhale. Plant your feet as you exhale. Tuck the chin to the chest. Start to roll the length of the spine. Use that roller as feedback. Bring yourself all the way up. Ooh, this weight's a little bit heavy for this. Inhale. As you exhale, you're slowly going to roll it back down. I'm just going to change to one of my lighter weights. So you keep going. Inhale. Start to tuck the chin to the chest. As you exhale, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Inhale at the top. And then as you exhale, slowly roll it all the way back down. More advanced, you're keeping that weight up overhead the whole time. We're just going to go for 3 more. Try to keep your feet on the floor as much as you can. Last one here. Bring it all the way back down and we're coming over to the other side. Last bit of work here. Weight comes into the right hand or both hands if you're using both hands. Left leg comes to tabletop. As you inhale, float the arm and the leg away from each other. Exhale, bring it back to center. Harder is less, pressure through that right foot. And your left arm is floating, obviously. One more. From here, we're coming into those single arm roll-ups. I'm just switching my weights. Both feet plant. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to tuck and roll all the way up the spine. Inhale at the top. And then exhale. Roll your way back down. You've got 4 more. Last one here. And roll yourself all the way back down. Option to use your weights here if you like. Option to do this body weight. The weights are just going to add a little bit of extra opening for your shoulders. You're going to lie yourself all the way down and you're just going to bring your arms out. Yikes. Into a cactus position. I do apologize. I'm not normal. If this is your first video with me, I'm not normally this discombobulated. I don't really know what's going on today. You're just going to let yourself hang out into a cactus position. If you want to move your arms up and down, like you're sliding them into kind of like a snow angel sort of position, if that feels good for you, go for it. And then you're going to let that go. We're going to roll up off the roller. And we're going to change its orientation once again so that it's parallel with the short edge of your mat. You're going to bring it somewhere just around below your shoulder blades, in between your shoulder blades. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody. Cradle your head with your hands. Let your elbows come nice and wide. And we're just coming into a supported back bend here. If you want to lift your hips and press into your feet and roll up and down the length of your spine, that feels really nice for me. It doesn't feel great for everybody. You could also add a little bit of a twist in here, so finding your kind of sticky spot and then turning your chest towards the right and then back through center and then over towards the left. Wherever you are, we're going to take 3 more breaths here, or 4 more breaths in case you're going side to side. And rolling yourself up through center. Extend those legs nice and long on the mat. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, forward fold. And rolling yourself up from here. We're just going to use the roller as a prop. You don't have to have it if you don't want to. You're going to sit cross-legged, roller out in front of you. Take an inhale, sit nice and tall. And then as you exhale, you're just going to use that roller to press forward, roll yourself forward. And then you're going to roll yourself back up. So similar to what we did at the start, except now we're doing it with cross legs. Just using that roller to glide along the floor. And then you're just going to switch the cross of your legs, so the other leg's in front, and same thing. We'll take 3 breaths here. And then roll yourself back up through center. As always, if there are any other positions, movement, stretches you need to take to make your practice complete, please feel free to take them. Otherwise, take a really deep inhale through the nose, sweep the arms up to the sky, and then a big open mouth exhale. Let those arms fall, let it go. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.